Hello and welcome back. Hmm. Here we are at Ekatertas after dealing with turtles and picking up flowers and all whatnot. I haven't figured out in my mind, if you guys seen my previous episode, whether it's the turtles or the Avank, the dragon kind, that speak Elfish. But if you recall, we had this surprise call in Elfish, and we never figured out who that was. Maybe it was an elf, very stealthish elf, but I doubt it. I would have talked with them if that was the case. In any case, this will remain a mystery. My bet is it was the turtles that know how to speak Elfish and not the dragon kind, but one might know those things. Now, let's talk to people here at the camp, especially this one who is just resting next to the fireplace, while the other ones have to stand up the whole time, never being able to rest. Are you guys restless and that's why you're standing up? Alright. I'll stop battling. Alright, Lindet.
You are most welcome back.
I see the turtles will not do much for you to handle. I'm looking forward to cooking these rushes up right away. Oh, so you're cooking those, huh? You have my thanks. So it's cooking. Flowering rushes? Oh yeah, we completed Tales of Swanfleet final, I guess. Okay. This is just doing quests, I guess? Yeah, doing quests, fine. It's all good. Alright, next we have Ilarion.
Even so far from the lands of the enemy, there is dread upon my heart.
It is good that the approaches to Kara's Galloppan are mostly free of enemies, but my heart grieves that orcs and other such foes already stalk the lanes of the city. Thank you for your efforts on behalf of my people. Okay, good. And finally, let's talk to Gwendrian.
What do you need?
I thank you for your attention to this task. It is no easy feat to defeat a dread turtle. You have my thanks. Well, it is easy for me, actually, not a problem. But you're welcome. Too many terrible turtles, yeah, completed that. Okay, so let's see, we obviously can continue with the epic quest and fighting one of the three Uruk war leaders. As you know, the ranger is doing the other one, and the third one is done by the elf, or we split last time. I don't think I explained that very clearly, but basically the three of us are hunting one war leader each. But we also have another quest, which I want to make sure I'm not missing, which is deliver the pelt to Rovandis at Ithobel, which will be the next place we're going to, I guess. So yes, I think it will make sense to continue with the epic quest at least for a while. In fact, we can use our Elderslate board here, or Swinehog. How are you, Swinehog, today? Really good, really happily galloping through the water. And here are the meandering pollies, which apparently are somewhat evil because we're allowed to do this to them. Okay. And then they just turn back into regular trees? No, they just disappear. Funny how that works. Alright, I was just wondering if there's a deed related to them, but apparently not, which is fine. I don't find them to be particularly evil or anything like that. So we have some writing to do. Oh, I like the rocks here. Plenty of them strewn over the landscape. I wonder what kind of geological force put them here. It is pretty interesting. Okay, let's see, can we ascend this place? We have discovered Tam Lasgo. Okay. Tam Lasgo. Very cool. This statue is actually very well preserved overall, despite the cracks. Let's see if we have information about Tam Lasgo. Yes, indeed. The trees have claimed Tam Lasgo. Not entirely, though. It is a fate the elves would not have mourned, but something has drawn wood trolls to the once beautiful site, and now it is a place of danger. Okay, so wood trolls. Yeah, I see one here. Holy Troll Warrior. Holy Troll. No teeth associated with them either. And that's fine. They do not look particularly evil to me either. So let's see. Another one here. Fine. How far do we need to go? Not too far now. Let's just run there. Well, is this also Tam Lasgo? I guess it is. Okay. Oh yeah, more of it preserved here. I didn't realize it was a bigger place. Uruk footprint, or bootprint rather. This bootprint remains quite fresh, and signals the nearby presence of at least one Uruk warrior. Okay, let's consider that. Factal bellows a challenge and attacks. Alright, Factal. Hey, the defeat of Factal lowered the morale of Uruks under his command immediately, like within nanoseconds. I mean, he literally, I barely touched him and the morale has fallen already. Oh, that was impressive. And now we just have to talk to Manildir at Ithubel? That is so funny. That is hilarious. The morale immediately, they didn't even see me slaughter or defeat the Uruk leader, and yet somehow... What's that here? Oh, just a corpse. Well, I guess not. Corpses are no trivial matter, but you know, the way I said it, it sounded like it, but... Okay. Well, pretty neat place. More Elfish ruins. Quite a few of them in Swampfield, actually. Okay, so let's see how we can traverse this terrain here. It might not be so easy. But we should ride together to Ithubel. Okay, there is water here. I don't think we... Well, no, I don't think we can climb through there. Okay, so I think we should go further down. Let's explore that a little more carefully. Yes, we need to go down from up this, go around like this. I don't think we can traverse the river. Even what's on both sides of it. Okay. Go down a little bit this way. Southish. And past the last remnants of the Tam Lasgo ruins here, and then turn to the east, I think. That should do it. Okay. Let's try that now. Okay, maybe we should go down here, because the ridge is too high and steep too, so let's get away from it. Oh, nighttime, but still very pretty. This bright moonlight, stars being bright too, despite the moon. Really nice. Almost peaceful around here, not too many enemies. See another larger or large elfish structure over there. Very neat. Okay. Well, we have a little more riding to do, but since we haven't been in this area of Swampfleet, we should enjoy it. And my boar is fast, so it won't take too long before we arrive at Ithobel. And I also think... Oh, look at that, there's a road even. Huh. Getting more forested again. I saw a couple of the dragon kind, but not Avang, more like proper looking dragons. Aha, there it is. We have discovered Ithobel. Yes. And that means we have discovered all the many folk of the Glanduin. From the elf camp of Ithobel, a few folk keep watch on the dangers that have arisen in recent days in western Eregion. The Uruks that trouble Swampfleet seem particularly interested in the ruins of the hull of the Swift River, located to the north, and those who camp at Ithobel lead sorties against them wherever possible. Yeah, with that font it's a little hard to distinguish between periods and commas, so it's apologize for not making proper pauses every time. But yeah, that was informative.
What can I do for you?
Here's the stable master. Maybe we can sell some stuff to the healer here.
What can I do for you?
You know, the usual. There we go. Okay, well, let's start with you, Rovandis. Here's the pelt.
Megavonen.
Windir and I have been exchanging notes, keeping an eye on the Shadow's movement on both sides of the Glanduin. It grows and will continue to grow until the light can no longer endure. I'm glad to hear Dwindil has made progress on his investigation of the most recent incursions. This belt belongs to that of a ward, but the markings are what concerns me. Allow me to examine this belt further. Sure, go
For
ahead.
the longest time, I had feared those that served the Shadow would soon wake.
I have lost many trying to keep these lands safe. Now, I'm afraid the threat is all too real. The belt you gave me bore a concerning mark. I will need more time to confirm whether my suspicions are true. Meanwhile, my scouts have reported unusual movement at long-forgotten ruins to the west. Wood trolls have made the ruins their new home, and they desecrate that land. Go to Tamlasgo to the west and thin the wood troll numbers. Oh, we were just there, okay. I should be able to glean more from these markings in the meantime. Fair enough. Unrest at Tamlasgo. Okay. Because of the epic story, of course we'll talk to Menelvir here.
You had success? Those are good tidings.
For it means Saruman now has 3 fewer war leaders commanding his forces in the area. Oh, I assume you and Elfish Elven lady disposed of the other 2 then? Good. I spoke with Breglet while we waited for you to return. And she says there is one more location she wants us to investigate. Soon our time together will be ended. Each of us must bring word of Saruman's designs to our chieftains, for they must soon ripen and spell doom for middle of it. For they must soon ripen, that sounds scary, okay.
Regalis says there is one more location she wants us to investigate.
Okay. What say you, Breglet?
Meneldir is right. I must soon return to Imladris with these grim tidings.
Winter is approaching, and I must stow around. The winds will blow chill indeed, if the wizards have turned against us. Saruman's hand stretches forth to seize dangerous knowledge from the ruins of the region. and if the White Hand grasps it, who can tell what evils he might next think to accomplish? Yep. Hardened chain leggings, patched leather leggings, or stitched trousers.
My people fled north after Karas Galebin was destroyed by Sauron, and his armies pursued them.
The tale of those who stood in his path and fell defying him is elsewhere told. I would very much like to hear it though. But the defenders of one such place lasted a little longer than many others. At Tam Kelihir, the hall of the Swift River, Sauron found his conquest bitterly bought. Interesting. On a hill to the north, its wreckage still stands. If the orcs expect to find a ring lord there, they'll be disappointed, I think. But that ruin is the last resting place of many of my kin. Did they bring artifacts of power with them during their retreat? Yeah, and maybe that's why it held for so long, huh? I cannot say for certain, but we should make sure little remains of which Saruman or his warriors might make use. Sure. After we have done this, return here to Ithobel. I think then we must part. You'll be just stay here and relax? Okay. The whole of the Swift River.
On the hill to the north stands the wreckage of Tham Kelechir.
So you're not helping me? Like you know about this place, its significance, the fact that there might be some artifacts that you might be better able to recognize than I do, and yet I have to do this by myself? Okay, I see how it is. And you, Lornell, I say hi to you now. I'm a healer and a master of herbs, but do not think me unable to stand against my enemies. I didn't presume that.
Beware the servants of the enemy.
You're not the first person to volunteer to help, but I hope you will be more reliable than the last. I had need of clean river water with which to prepare several of my medicinal remedies, and I sent a man to fill a bucket with such water to the west. He returned, and safely, but he left the bucket behind, and he can't go back for some reason. I would not wish him to endanger himself, but he did volunteer for this service. The least he might have done would be to return my bucket, yes? Right? So why wouldn't he? Could you retrieve it for me? To hear him describe it, it should be standing on a shell of rock beside the river, to the west of here, still full of water. A bucket left behind.
I welcome your aid.
Yes.
Have you a moment?
As an herbalist and a healer, I often have need of many different ingredients. But I am also an elf, which means I am not like to be caught unprepared. Well, hobbits don't like to be caught unprepared when it comes to food either, right? I have nearly everything I need, save this, holy berries. They have many different medicinal purposes, and are used in a number of valuable remedies. If you can bring me holy berries from the area, I'll be most pleased. You will find them on Huorns and on wood trolls throughout western Eregion, I believe. So what, the Huorns and the wood trolls decorate themselves with holy berries? Is that a cultural thing? Remedies for the sickness.
I welcome your aid.
Alright, silly enough. Silly enough for me. Okay, so let's see what we should focus on doing first. I think we might as well collect holy berries. How far? Not too far, okay. Yeah, so here is a rock one. Okay, I'll try my hands on one, meaning check. No, there is no deed associated with it. Fine. Here is a meandering holly. Hopefully you have a holy berry. At least you're called a holly. But what about the wood trolls? Okay, so I'm not surprised I collected a holy berry from you. But why would the wood trolls have them on them too? It's just a mystery. Or rather conundrum. Okay. We need need 5 more of those. Should be good. Badger. Okay. Alright, I don't see anything else here. Well... There's a wandering holy troll here. Oh, they're holy trolls too. Okay. Ah. You're both holy. Holy bearers of holy berries. Very well. Uruk-hai warriors. Those are good in terms of defeating Uruks in general. We have discovered Tam Kelly here. Okay. And in the process we reached our virtue cap for now, for fidelity. Oh, that's fine. Let's see what else can we do. Maybe some... Okay, all of these are maxed. Maybe some compassion. Maybe some compassion. Why not? That's good. Okay. So let's... Well, actually I made a mistake here. Where is the Tam Kelly here description? Here. Tam Kelly here, the Hall of the Swift River, was one of the last sites to stand against the armies of Sauron when he brought war to Eregion in the Second Age. Many elves perished both within and without its walls, and evidence of their final stand can still be found in the debris that litters the once proud ruin. Okay, it's up from here, we can't see it yet, but we can see some of the ruins on this side, yes. In any case, let's deal with a couple of those Uruks. That's part of what we do anyways. And there's a third one here. Very well. Hello there, Uruk-hai archer. More of it here. There, we're up to 6 out of 8 now. So if we dispose of those 2, we'll be done with that. Okay. And now they count for the deed still, obviously. But let's look through wreckage and debris for, you know, notable artifacts. The whole... I'll read it next time. You sift through the debris pile, but find nothing of interest. And what is the description? The hull of the Swift River was damaged by both war and the passage of the years. Today only debris remain. Well, not just. I mean, look at that. Some walls here. All that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, good position for you. See, they're still using this. Whatever this, kind of like a watchtower. So it's not just debris, no. There's more to it. There's more to this old place. Sift through the debris pile, but find nothing of interest, okay. So we search those 2. Yes, we'll need to find another one. Around here somewhere, okay. There's a third one. You find a short knife of elf make buried within the debris pile. Short knife, probably not what they'll be using or here for. but okay. So let's see, in terms of collecting more holy berries, what would be good? Apparently there should be some trolls around here, I assume, but I don't see any within Camp Kelly here. Maybe outside somewhere. No, I only see orcs. So I'm not sure why the map is showing this as a potential place. Nope, not really. Badgers, dragons, no wood trolls or trees that I can see. Oh, there is one over there, okay, fair enough. Okay, 4 out of 6, that was good. And there is a meandering over here, that's good. Alright. A rockworm. Okay, we only need one more. But they're kind of sparse. That's alright. We can move to other locations too, you know. Okay. Check on our timing. Well, hopefully we'll find... Wait, where were you? Not the fox or the warrior. I thought I saw a wood troll, but maybe I'm imagining. All I was trying to say is let's find one last tree or troll, and then it should be done for now. We'll continue next time. I see nothing here. Yeah, it's a little inconsistent, the quest maps. But here is a wandering holy troll, so hopefully he'll have the last one. Yep, we did it, guys. Alright, my friends, well, there'll be plenty more adventures next time. We'll find water buckets, you know. It'll be exciting. I shall see you soon. Goodbye.